Hi guys, this is the third video in my short visualization tutorial, uh, and in this one we will focus mainly on graphics and design. So the last video was a bit complex maybe if you're not used to Excel. This one will be a bit more easy. Yeah, so this is the workbook we're starting out with, and you can download it in the description under the video. So yeah, what else can I say? So we'll just work on the visualization sheet in this one. So we'll just create a new sheet, and this is where the shot plotter will be. This is where the visualization will be, basically. So we'll just rename this to visualization. I hope that's spelled correct. Okay, so whenever I do a viz in Excel, I prefer having small boxes because it is you're less constrained in that way. Then you can just merge things together and unmerge things. So I'll just take all of these columns here and say we'll make them 24 pixels. If I can hit it, it's a bit difficult. Come on. Yeah, like that. No, that was 25. 24. And the rows are 24 as well. So this way you'll just have square boxes that you can merge together the way you want to. So this is my starting point. I like to make the visuals a bit larger, so you can just zoom out a bit here. Okay. So how you make this is up to you, of course. But I like to have a logo in the corner, so we just put in a logo here. And because the data in this tutorial is from Pittsburgh, we'll just put in the Pittsburgh logo. If you checked your own shots, you would likely want to put in the logo of your team. But we'll just go here, go to logos, and put in the Pittsburgh logo. So it doesn't have to fit in the box, but we'll just do something like this. So now we have the Pittsburgh logo. Then we would like to make room to put in the name of the player. So we'll just put in soccer here. That's a bit small, so we'll just adjust that. Yeah, like this. And then we would like to put in let's say the number here. Could be he's not number 4, but doesn't matter for now. So we'll just make this larger. We'll just make this a bit larger, something like that. We could, doesn't matter if you want to do this, you could just ignore it, or we'll just put in a bit of borders here, put in a bit of borders here. And then we'll just create a few more of these. Again, I already know what I want it to look like, but you can always play around with it. We'll just delete this. And here I want the position of the player. And I want the Corsi differential. I want the shot differential. and I want the goal differential. So those are the things that I want here. And then to the left side here, we would like to put in some individual stats. So again, put in a few boxes here. This one I already know that it's not going to be this large, so we'll just say 36. And the same thing here, we can make it a bit smaller, 16. Delete this. So here we want individual goals, assists, and what was the last thing I put in? It was, what the fuck? Yeah, I forgot for now. We'll just leave it as it is. It will come to me in a minute, I think. But we also want some on-ice information. So here we want the Horsey for percentage. We would like the shots for percentage. We would like the goals for percentage. And down here, we would like the on-ice shooting percentage. How well skaters shooting when you're on the ice. And the on-ice save percentage. And finally, the on-ice PDO, just the sum of shooting percentage and save percentage. And up here, we'll just put in shot attempts. And it's a bit too large, so we can just merge a few more boxes. Okay, so that's where we'll start. And then under here, we got 55 columns, and we need 5 entries, so we'll just make them all 11 wide. So we'll just say merge, and we can just copy this. Copy. And we actually need 2 of these. Okay. And around these, we'll just create a few borders. Like that. Oh, and yeah, that's it. Then below here, this is where we want the shot plot. So we don't have to merge this, but just to get an idea of how the visualization will look. So we'll have a rink here with all the shots. And finally, we could just add something like Shot Viz created by Hockey is good, or something like that. And we could even over here say something like shots tracked by then we'll just go here and input the shot plotter. So this would be we need to be a little bit larger. And we could put this one to the left and this one to the right. So now we got kind of the design and the graphics in place. And this is what the short visualization tool will end up looking like. So now we need to just create a few lists. So I'll just add a new sheet and call it lists. And what we want here is we want the player name. We'll want a date list. We'll want a period list. We'll want a event type list, and we'll need a strength list. So we'll get back to this, but we'll just start off by creating the player list. So we can do this by using the unique formula. We'll just use the sort formula as well. So this just sorts the names by alphabet. So we'll just say sort unique, and then go to the line info here. We'll just say sort all the unique entries from this column. So if you add new games and you'll have Tristan Jerry playing multiple games, he'll only show up once. That's what the unique function does. Okay, so now we got all the players, and whenever you add new information and there will be new players there, they will add automatically. Okay, so instead of just putting in soccer here, we'll just create a list. So you can do that by going to data validation, create a list, and just fill it out. So instead of ending it here, we'll just add a few more, because then whenever the dynamic array will add new names, they will automatically be added to the list as well. So we'll just end it there, and now you can pick whichever player from the list you want. Okay, so we want to do the same down here, but for the date, and that's a bit small, I think. So we'll just say 24. And we also want a list of periods, and we want a list of event types, and we want a list of string states. So these are the lists that we will need as well. So it's the same as before. We'll just go to data. Oh, we need to create the list first, sorry. So we'll need to go here, and then we'll just add the lists here. So first of all, I want to be able to pick all dates. This means you will pick all games. And besides from that, I just want all the dates here. So whenever you add a new game, you'll add a new date, and it will automatically be added here. And we don't want that number when we want it as a date. So now we got it correct. Okay, periods. Then we can pick all periods, or we can pick first, second, third, and OT. Event type, you can pick all, goal, shot, miss, or block. I mean, theoretically, you could track more than just shots. You could track hits or passes or something like that, and you could add those here. But for now, we'll just focus on shots. String state, you got all, you got even strength, you got power play, you got box play, and you could add a empty net situation or something like that. But I'll just leave them like this. So now we can create the list. So we'll just go here, say list, and we'll just make some room for additional dates here. So here you can just, that's a bit small, so we'll just make it larger, and we'll just copy it first. So I'll just copy this because we need to reuse it, and then here I'll just make it into a short date. So now we have a list here. You don't have much to choose between, but there's a list, and it will grow as you add games. Okay, so now there's a list here and here, but we need to change these. So we'll just, it's already a list, but we'll just change it to here. You can select periods, we'll just select all. Same here, need to change it. And we can select goal, shot, miss, block, we'll just select all. And then here we can change it. We'll just change it to these. And we can select strength states, we can select even strength here. Okay, so the final thing we'll do in this video is we'll just, instead of putting in the number, we'll just look it up. So to do that, we'll just use the XLOOKUP function. So we'll just say XLOOKUP, and what we want to look up is the name, and we need it to be locked. So we need this reference to be locked, and you can do that, at least on my keyboard, you press the FN button and the F4 button. So then it makes dollar signs before the H and dollar sign before the 2. This means that the reference is locked. So we need to do this. Okay, so where do we look up this value, this name? We will look it up here. So we'll just look it up here. Now, for some weird reason, it puts in B2 to B20 instead of saying it's table 1. So the problem with this is that whenever we add players, this won't dynamically adjust. So instead of putting in this, we'll just put in table 1, that's this table, and then square brackets, and we'll look up the player name, tab, square bracket. So now it looks up that column, and then the return array will be the number. So we'll just say table 1, square bracket, number, square bracket. And if it can't find it, we could just leave it blank, but it should be able to find it no matter what player you pick from the list. So we'll just do this, and it looks up the number. And we can do the same with the position. So just instead of the number, we'll just return the position. Okay, so I think that will be it from this video. In the next one, we will start plotting the shots. So that will be the actual Shot Viz. So goodbye.